The hum of a needle dropping onto vinyl, the satisfying thunk of a tonearm queuing up. For so many of us, these aren't just sounds, they're the echoes of a golden age. An age when music wasn't just consumed, it was experienced. And at the heart of countless hi-fi shrines, spinning silently, steadfastly, often stood a legend. A workhorse. A behemoth of audio engineering that, by all accounts, should have faded into the dusty archives of audio history. But it refused. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the turntable that simply would not die, the Technics SL-1200. You see, most hi-fi components from that glorious era, the Marantz receivers with their glowing blue dials, the Sansui integrated amps that felt like solid blocks of aircraft-grade aluminum, the Pioneer decks with their brushed faceplates, they all had their moment in the sun. They peaked. And then, for a myriad of reasons, they vanished. Casualties of changing tastes, technological shifts, or just plain corporate missteps. But the SL-1200. It pulled off a disappearing act, only to return to a standing ovation. It's the only golden age turntable that's still in production today, an anomaly that begs the question, how? How did this one particular deck escape the fate of its equally beloved brethren? To understand the enduring mystery of the SL-1200, we have to rewind to 1972, a pivotal year for hi-fi. Panasonic, under its Technics brand, introduced a turntable designed with a singular, ambitious goal, to create a deck for the serious audiophile that combined direct drive precision with rugged dependability, all at a competitive price. The world of turntables at the time was dominated by belt drives, praised for their isolation from motor vibrations, but often criticized for speed inaccuracies and the eventual need for belt replacement. Technics, however, had been experimenting with direct drive technology for years, perfecting a system that promised consistent, accurate platter speed without the wear and tear of a belt. The original SL-1200, a beast weighing over 20 pounds, featured a powerful motor that spun the platter directly, eliminating belts altogether. It was a marvel of engineering, a solid, dependable turntable with a heavy, resonance-damped bass and a beautifully engineered S-shaped tonearm. It was built like a tank, designed for years, even decades, of uninterrupted play. Now, here's where our story takes an unexpected turn. The initial SL-1200 was a success, yes, but it wasn't a world-beater in the hi-fi market. Audiophiles appreciated its direct drive accuracy, but many still clung to their belt drives, believing they offered a warmer or more natural sound. The SL-1200 was, for a time, just another excellent turntable in a crowded field of excellent turntables. It had a respectable run for a few years, but it was its successor, the SL-1200 Mark II, introduced in 1979, that truly set the stage for its legendary status. The Mark II refined everything that was good about the original. It kept the heavy, vibration-damped plinth and direct drive motor, but added crucial new features, a pitch control slider for fine-tuning playback speed, a pop-up stylus illuminator, and a more robust, easily replaceable tonearm. These additions, while seemingly minor to the average home listener, proved to be absolutely transformative for a completely different kind of music lover. In the nascent, electrifying world of disco and hip-hop, a new kind of artist was emerging, the DJ. These pioneers weren't just playing records, they were manipulating them. They were scratching, beat matching, and creating entirely new soundscapes live, on the fly. And for this demanding, high-impact application, the standard home hi-fi turntable simply wouldn't do. Belt drives lagged when reversed quickly, and their lightweight construction often led to skipping and instability. They weren't built for the rhythmic abuse of a club environment. Enter the Technics SL-1200 Mark II. Its direct drive motor offered instant startup and stop, crucial for precise beat matching. The powerful torque meant the platter spun up to speed almost immediately, even under the pressure of a DJ's hand. That pitch control slider, initially designed for subtle speed correction, became an indispensable tool for blending tracks seamlessly. The heavy, damped plinth, intended to reduce acoustic feedback in a quiet listening room, became a fortress against the thunderous bass of a nightclub sound system. And its robust construction. It could literally take a beating, night after night, gig after gig. DJs discovered they could even scratch on it without damaging the motor. The SL-1200 wasn't designed for DJs. It was designed for discerning audiophiles. But its inherent over-engineering, its relentless pursuit of reliability and precision, made it the perfect, accidental tool for a revolution. It wasn't marketed to them, at least not initially. DJs just found it. They discovered its unique capabilities, its sheer bulletproof durability, and word spread like wildfire through the underground club scene. From the Bronx to Berlin, the SL-1200 became the industry standard, the quintessential DJ deck. Two of them, side by side, became the canvas for entire musical genres. It was a remarkable, organic adoption, a testament to the fact that sometimes, the best product isn't the one with the flashiest marketing, but the one that simply works, flawlessly, in the most demanding situations. For decades, the SL-1200 Mark II and its subsequent minor revisions, the Mark III, Mark V, and the limited edition Mark V-G, dominated the DJ world. It was a golden goose for Panasonic, selling millions of units worldwide. It cemented Technic's reputation not just in HiFi, but in professional audio. And while Panasonic continued to produce a range of other excellent HiFi components, the 1200 series remained a constant, a bedrock of their brand. It was the turntable that had transcended its original purpose, finding a second, even more vibrant life. But even legends, it turns out, aren't immune to the relentless march of time, or the cold calculations of corporate balance sheets. As the 2000s dawned, digital music began its inexorable rise. CDs had already made a dent in vinyl sales, but MP3s, digital DJ software, and controller-based systems started to offer cheaper, more portable alternatives to traditional turntables. The DJ world, the very ecosystem that had sustained the SL-1200 for so long, began to shift. Fewer new DJs were buying vinyl, and fewer still were buying new SL-1200s. The ones already out there were so durable, they rarely needed replacing. The supply chain became more complex, parts more difficult to source for an aging design. In 1994, Technics released the SL-1200 Mark III-D, which introduced a small but significant change to the pitch control. A few years later, in 1997, the SL-1200 Mark V came out, offering minor tweaks like a replaceable RCA cable. But these were iterative updates, not revolutionary leaps. The fundamental design, the core engineering, remained unchanged for decades, a testament to its original brilliance, but also, in the eyes of some, a sign of stagnation. And so, the unthinkable happened. In 2010, after 38 years of continuous production across its various iterations, Panasonic announced that it was discontinuing the Technics SL-1200 series. The official reason cited was declining sales and a difficulty in sourcing parts for the analog components. The news sent shockwaves through the audiophile community and, perhaps even more acutely, through the global DJ circuit. It felt like an icon had been decommissioned, a fundamental tool of the trade ripped away. Prices for used models skyrocketed overnight. It was a somber moment, the end of an era. The legendary turntable had finally succumbed to the digital age, a relic of a bygone time, destined for the HiFi graveyard like so many others. Or so we thought. But here's the twist, the audacious, beautiful resurrection that makes the SL-1200 story so unique. The outcry was global, immense. Petitions were signed, forums buzzed with lament. People didn't just love this turntable, they relied on it. They viewed it as irreplaceable. For 6 long years, the Technics brand lay largely dormant in the HiFi world. Then, in 2015, Panasonic hinted at a revival, a re-entry into the high-end audio market. And at the Consumer Electronics Show in 2016, the impossible became reality. Technics announced the return of the SL-1200, in the form of the SL-1200 GAE, Grand Class Limited Edition, and the standard production SL-1200G. This wasn't just a nostalgic re-release. This was a complete, ground-up re-engineering, albeit one that stayed true to the original's aesthetics and core principles. The new SL-1200G featured a redesigned coreless direct drive motor, eliminating the subtle cogging effect that some audiophiles claim to hear in the original. It had a multi-layer platter with brass, aluminum die-cast, and rubber for superior damping. The tone arm was crafted from lightweight magnesium, with high-precision bearings. The plinth was even heavier, built from a 4-layer construction of aluminum, sheet molding compound, and heavy-duty rubber. This was a turntable built for the 21st century, designed to satisfy the most demanding audiophile, while retaining the legendary robustness that made it a DJ favorite. But, and this is crucial to understanding its unique trajectory, the new SL-1200G series came with a price tag that reflected its meticulous engineering and high-end positioning. It was no longer the relatively affordable workhorse it once was. The relaunched SL-1200 GAE was priced at $4,000, a significant jump from its predecessors. This immediately positioned it as a premium audiophile product, rather than an accessible DJ tool. Later, Technics did release the more affordable SL-1200 GR, a slightly scaled-back version, but even that retained a price point that firmly placed it in the high-end HiFi category. So, why did it come back? And why, unlike almost every other beloved vintage component, is it still being manufactured today? The answer lies in its accidental duality. The SL-1200 transcended its original market, creating two distinct, passionate user bases: the discerning audiophile who appreciated its rock-solid engineering and playback stability, and the professional DJ who demanded its unbreakable reliability and instant torque. When it was discontinued, both groups mourned its loss. And when it returned, it capitalized on that deep, abiding brand loyalty. Panasonic, having learned from their initial misstep, understood the enduring emotional connection people had to the Technics brand, and especially to the SL-1200. They saw an opportunity to re-enter the booming vinyl market, not by competing on price with entry-level decks, but by re-establishing Technics at the pinnacle of HiFi. The new SL-1200 is a testament to what happens when truly exceptional engineering finds an unexpected purpose, and then manages to hold on to that legacy even after its original purpose changes. It refused to die because its design was fundamentally sound, universally adaptable, and, ultimately, irreplaceable in the hearts and hands of its users. The Technics SL-1200 stands as a singular testament to durability and accidental genius in the world of HiFi. It's a reminder that sometimes, designing something truly bulletproof for one purpose can lead to an entirely different, and equally enduring, legacy. So, if you're looking for a piece of HiFi history that's still making history today, the 1200 is a rare gem. It might not be the budget workhorse it once was, but it's a living legend, spinning on.